The Cigar Nerds Podcast.
And welcome to another Tactical Tuesday. So, if you're like me here in Georgia, fucking weather sucks and it's cold outside, so can't go shoot. Well, you don't have to go out to shoot because dry practice. You can do it anywhere. If you want to be a good shooter, getting those reps in is important. It's like, if you want to get stronger, lift weights. If you want to be a better shooter, dry practice. So today we're going to kind of review, compare, contrast two different dry practice tools you can use. The Mantis X and the Mantis Laser Academy. I've been using both of these, and like I said, right now, with it being winter and hard to get out and do any shooting, with these systems, I've gotten in a ton of virtual range time, which is very important. So we're going to start over here with the Mantis X. This is the box it comes in. And little pouch here, you get the Mantis X system itself, a little barrel adapter so you can hang this on your shotgun, charging cable, and the system itself is just this little box here. It's on the accessory rail of my Shadow Systems War Poet. What this does is it links with a app on your phone, and it's like a pocket shooting coach. What I mean by that is this tracks the movement of your gun. So as you're getting those trigger presses in, it can tell if you're squeezing too hard, if you're pushing it off target, kind of the mistakes in your fundamentals that you may be making. And then it like puts it on a little graph that'll if let's say a perfect shot is 100, which is damn near impossible to hit. Oh, you're getting 86. Well, on the little graph, there'll be a little red highlighted area. You click on that and it'll be like, hey, this is what you were doing and here's how you fix it. Yeah, and insert clip of what you see on the app here. All right, so here is the Mantis app, and as you can see, it comes with a ton of different kind of pre-programmed drills, and these all work with both live fire and dry fire. Every day you'll get a new daily challenge, so something different than the other kind of drills involved here. And then down here at the bottom, when you scroll down, it has several courses. There's an introductory course just to show you how the system works. I just completed the basic marksmanship course. Now I'm working on it, and it gives you basically different benchmarks that you have to hit to advance the program. And when I finished this basic marksman one, I got an alert that I had earned a patch. So apparently I also get swag with this system. And but not only is all these programs kind of cool, it also offers tracking history. So you can kind of track your shots, your problems, and it has kind of the history of every single drill you've done. So it really gives you that chance to track improvement as you go and gives you something to shoot for. And also, it's like having a shooting coach in your pocket, because let's see if I can find. Yeah. So here's on the open training. It tracks every shot you get, gives you an average score and all that. But anytime you have a shot that's not kind of good or great, you'll see these little red marks in the outline of the session. Well, if you just click on one, there it tells you what you were doing wrong during that shot and gives you instructions on how to correct that. So let's see over here, I was too much trigger finger. Some down here, slapping the trigger. So yeah, it really helps you kind of learn what you're doing wrong and then give you suggestions on how to fix those problems, which is a useful tool. Like I said, it's like having a shooting coach in your pocket. So yeah, the app has a ton of different drills, everything from, drawn from your holster, speed drills, hostage drills, just trigger pull drills, a ton of drills. And not only that, with the Mantis X, there's these little training courses, basic marksman, advanced marksman, elite marksman, basic combat, advanced combat, elite combat. And what those have, it has a series of drills and kind of a minimum passing score for those drills. So as you log it with your daily practice, you'll eventually complete those courses. And when you do, Mantis sends you out a little certificate of completion and a patch for every one of those courses. I've completed in the month I've completed 4 of those courses so far, and I have gotten the patches up on my patch wall. The cool thing about this is it's also can be used with the live fire. As I said, weather's been shit, so I haven't had a chance to try it with the live ammo, but all the drills that you can run in the app, you can also run on the range with the live fire. And then there's a few additional drills that can really only be done properly with a live fire. Like there's a recoil analysis drill that kind of tells you what you do, how you're dealing with the recoil of the gun, and if you're kind of screwing up anything post shot. And you can use it as a shot timer, set up par times for like courses and stuff like that. It's kind of really inventive. The downside of this system is, as you can see, you have to attach it to the accessory rail of your gun. And if you're like me, most of my carry guns, I'm running a flashlight on. So what I've kind of had to do is make this my designated training pistol, because I didn't really want to have to take my flashlight off and put it back on every single time I wanted to train. So I've got another gun that doesn't have any optics that I'll put that on, and those two have been kind of my training guns. But they do make some solutions to that problem. One of them is an adapter for this that will mount to the base plate of your magazine. So then you can run this on your magazine, and it frees up your accessory rail if you were like me and running a flashlight, or if you don't have if you want to do some of the holster drills and you don't have a holster that is made for a flashlight, you can still use your regular holster if you just kind of move this to the base plate of your magazine. And this is rated to work on, because I got the X10. X10 you can use on rifle, shotgun, pistol, or even archery, apparently. Haven't tried any of those drills yet, so not sure how that'll roll. Now the other system they have, which is this big guy over here, is the Mantis Laser Academy. And you get a lot of stuff in this box. The way this one works is you have these, what they call smart targets. And it comes with like a whole plethora of them for different drills. There's, anyone who's done dot torture, your standard silhouette target. We got an FBI qualification target, personal favorite, the hostage target, standard bullseye. There's even like an IDPA and a kind of a IPSync style targets. And you've got these little target stands that you'll stick them in, and then you will set up your phone on your handy dandy tripod facing these targets. Now, where this one uses kind of a GPS type accelerometer to know what position your gun is, this one actually uses a laser. So you'll stick this in the barrel of your gun, kind of like a can't think of the word right now, snap cap. And so every time you fire your gun, your hammer striking pin will hit the little button and fire the laser. And it'll hit these smart targets, and then your phone, through the app, will track where you're hitting on the target and score it based on whatever open practice or whatever drill you're doing. When you buy this, it'll come with one laser of your caliber choice, but they make them in a ton of different calibers. And the laser itself, I think, is like, this cost about $300. This one's 150, 160, but the lasers themselves are like 30 bucks. So if you want to use multiple caliber guns, and also with this app, there's like kind of like 2-player mode. So if you want to like kind of do a race between someone else, you can buy extras of these and have 2 shooters using the system at the same time with the extra lasers. Also, what comes in this box is, if you don't have the room to set up the full system, it also comes with this desktop tripod and a fancy stick to be able to get the bullet out of your gun once you're done, and reduced sized versions of the smart targets. So basically, you can set this up damn near anywhere if you don't have the room to set up the full system. Kind of the pros and cons of this one is, could be used for dry fire and live fire. This one only does dry fire. There's no way to use this with any kind of live ammo. The plus on this one, though, that you don't get with this one, there's no target you're aiming at. It's basing your accuracy off of the movement of the gun, unless you're using it, like I said, with live fire. Where this one is actually shooting a laser at a target, so you can see, like, if you need that kind of reinsurance that you don't trust the app, you're like, I want to see something hitting a target, you can do that with this. And it gives you a little sound effect of like a bang and brass falling every time you shoot it, which is kind of cool. And they have other targets you can buy and expand. They have like a Die Hard drill, and they even have one called the Konami Code that's like a kind of a video game target drill thing. That, and as for me, I'm dabbing my toe in the world of being a firearms instructor. I think as a tool, the Mantis X I would really recommend if you already have some kind of knowledge of shooting. This is a good kind of pocket coach to help make you a better shooter. Like I said, this is the one I use most of the time to help, improve my skill set. Whereas if you're new to shooting, or you're like me and you're an instructor wanting to teach other people how to shoot, I think this right here will be a better teaching aid, because not only can I see what the students are doing by seeing where the laser hits, they have kind of visual reinforcement of whether or not they're following their fundamentals and hitting their target correctly. That way they can kind of build up some confidence before you take them to the range and have them shoot it for real. They'll all already get those like mechanics and trigger pulls in a kind of low pressure environment before you move out to the range. Another kind of cool part about this is you can set up multiple of these targets and engage multiple targets and do a few other different drills that you probably can't do with the Mantis X by itself, at least not dry fire. So if you got the money, do both. Because like I said, to me, they do a lot of there's some overlap, but they do enough individually differently that they both can kind of fill a separate role. All right, so let's clear the desk out of the way, and then I'll kind of show you how this system works. All right, so let's start with the Mantis X. So you'll turn on the button and open up the app. As you can see, there is 2 separate apps, the Mantis X and the Laser Academy app. Turn on the Mantis X, connect to your gun via the Bluetooth. You might have to set it down on a flat surface so it will calibrate, and then you just pick whatever drill you want to do. So for this one, I'm just putting it on open practice. So you'll aim as normal and do your proper trigger squeeze.
97.
And as you see, it gives you a score out of 100 on each shot.
94. 97.
And I'll intentionally throw one here.
77.
There you go, 77. So as you can see, there's a little red mark there, and if you click on it, 2 little tilt, trigger finger, and tells you how to correct it, which is kind of cool. It's like I said, it's basically a coach in your pocket, and there is a ton of drills that it, which I showed you earlier, all the different drills, but also has like a history, so you can actually look and track your progress over time via the app, and you can see what you scored when you first started doing it versus what you scored today. Alright, so now let's cut, and I will set up the Laser Academy and give you a quick demo on that one too. So as you can see, we've set up our target, and here is the app camera set up to track the target. And I will leave y'all here where y'all can see the target. And basically, like I said, same thing, except now I have a target to aim at.
9. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10.
So yeah, with this one, it's a little more like, actually being at a shooting range where I can, shoot my lasers at this target, and we get, instant feedback. And you can see it'll show you, like, once you are done, you can kind of, well, before I was just shooting, I didn't actually start the program. But once you start the program and fire several shots, let me do that one more time. It'll actually, you can hit play, and it will show your individual. All right, so now, yeah, so here you go. You can hit play, and it kind of shows each individual. There you go. So there, you can look and see where each hit actually hit on the system. And like I said, this is just that one app. There's like a ton of different other. Go back. So yeah, here's all the different apps you can do. And you can also zero your laser too. So if the laser's slightly off, you can kind of adjust that in the settings. But that's all I got for you this week. Like I said, if you can't get out to the range, there's no excuse not to get any practice. Go put your reps in. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll be back with another Tactical Tuesday. And you've been watching the Cigar Nerds podcast. Check us out on cigarnerdpodcast.com and on the ESO Network, esonetwork.com. And don't forget, smoke them if you got them. Like, comment, and subscribe.